If you want to receive more useful videos about relationship psychology, subscribe now and click the bell. What if I told you that one daily habit could silently drain your energy, destroy your confidence, and keep you stuck in a vicious cycle of frustrations that seems impossible to break free from? Do you know what I mean? You wake up feeling tired, sluggish, and unmotivated. You feel lazy and almost powerless, like your ambitions have vanished, and you're caught in a loop that repeats day after day. It's exhausting, and no matter how hard you try, it seems impossible to shake off. But here's the truth. What if this habit is so normal and harmless? In fact, it could be the very thing holding you back from reaching your full potential. What if the key to unshakable self-confidence, true masculinity, and genuine strength has been right under your nose, hidden in plain sight all along? If you take my advice and follow these steps, after reading this, you will never see this habit the same way again. I'm talking about masturbation. This is a topic that many people avoid discussing, often keeping it quiet or joking about it in a hushed tone. However, it is something that almost everyone encounters at some point in their lives. Some people believe that it is perfectly normal, not significant, and even beneficial. But have you ever considered the long-term effects? What if this becomes a habit? Something you may consider a simple way to relieve stress or pass the time could be quietly eroding your mental clarity, energy, and attitude. What if it prevents you from becoming the person you truly want to be? These are not just speculations or personal opinions. Some of the most influential thinkers in history, ancient Stoics like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, recognized what modern society often overlooks. These philosophers were experts in discipline and self-control. They understood that true freedom is not about giving in to every impulse or desire, but about controlling them and rising above them. They clearly saw the cost of chasing short-term pleasures at the expense of long-term growth. They understood that although these pleasures may seem pleasant in the moment, they can become a source of enslavement if allowed to dictate one's actions. Science confirms this as well. Every time one gives in to this habit, the brain releases dopamine, a chemical that makes one feel good. While initially, it seems like a great reward, the problem lies in the fact that dopamine is addictive. The more one chases these easy pleasures, the more the brain craves for them, creating a cycle that drains energy and motivation. Over time, this cycle dulls one's willpower, making it difficult to focus on long-term goals that require effort and discipline. Eventually, one feels exhausted, weak, and lazy, as if the desire to achieve meaningful goals has simply disappeared. This was warned about by the ancient Stoics centuries ago, long before modern science confirmed their insights. Allowing your desires to control you is a path to slavery, not freedom. So, how do you become free? How can you regain control and strength? The answer lies in adopting the principles that the Stoics followed: self-discipline, purpose, and energy transformation. First, self-discipline is the foundation of true freedom. As Epictetus said, "No one is truly free unless they are master of themselves." It all begins the moment you choose to stop being a slave to your desires. But discipline is not about punishment or deprivation. It's about choosing what's truly important rather than what's easy and tempting. Each time you resist a desire, you strengthen your mind and build resilience. Little by little, your impulses will lose their power, and you will gain more control over your life. Secondly, you need to find a goal that goes beyond fleeting pleasures. The Stoics believed that life without purpose is meaningless. Many people struggle with this because they lack something meaningful to focus their energy on. When your mind is focused on building a business, mastering a skill, or pursuing greatness, it's natural to have less time and desire to be distracted. The key is to replace this habit with something fulfilling that fuels your passions and ambitions. Transmutation is about redirecting your sexual energy, the most powerful force in the human body, into productive outlets. This was known by ancient warriors, artists, and philosophers. When you let this energy go to waste, you lose potential. But if you channel it into creativity, ambition, and discipline, it can become an unstoppable force. Nikola Tesla, one of history's greatest geniuses, lived a celibate life because he understood the power of this energy. By managing it, you can accomplish extraordinary things. Imagine waking up each morning with unshakable confidence, limitless energy, and laser-like focus. No guilt, no weaknesses, just pure drive. That's what happens when you break free from the habit of wasting this energy. Testosterone levels rise, sharpening your mind and increasing your will to win. Most importantly, you regain control over your mind and body, which is the freedom many people have talked about. It's not just about giving up a bad habit. It's about becoming who you were meant to be. The choice is yours. Will you stay in the cycle and let the habit steal your potential? Or will you rise above it and unleash your true potential? Remember, great men in history were not driven by their own impulses. Those who change the world first master themselves. If this resonates with you, stay tuned for more wisdom and practical steps that will help you become your strongest and most disciplined self.